looks like one of Africa's largest wetlands. But just months ago, much of it was completely dry. The flood doesn't begin here. It begins over 1,000 kilometers away in the Angolan Highlands. The water travels for months before reaching the Okavango. By then, the skies above the delta are already clear. As the flood spreads, dry grass disappears beneath rising water. Within days, fresh green plants begin to grow. Fish return. Life follows. Soon, antelope begin chasing the flood instead of running from it. Because here, water doesn't bring destruction. It creates an entirely new world. And the animals aren't the first to notice. The predators have been waiting for it too. The flood brings life back. Herds arrive from every direction. The delta keeps growing until it's nearly 3 times its normal size. New islands appear. Every one becomes home to countless animals. But the flood isn't only feeding the herbivores, it's feeding predators too. For crocodiles, every flooded channel is another perfect ambush. Most of the day they barely move. They don't need to. In this flooded world, survival stops following old rules. Every scale, every muscle is built for silent movement and sudden force. A crocodile can vanish beneath still water, then strike without warning. But predators are not limited to the water. In the riverine forests, a leopard adapts in its own unexpected way. Even fishing becomes possible when the land turns into shallow channels. And then there are the lions. Massive, powerful, and still willing to enter the water. Because here, territory is no longer just land. It is water, islands, and everything in between. Every predator is chasing the same reward, a successful hunt. But hunting in water demands perfect timing. One mistake wastes precious energy. Sometimes the hunt isn't the hardest part. Keeping it is. A leopard avoids confrontation whenever it can. Height becomes its greatest advantage. Wild dogs choose teamwork over strength. Every movement is coordinated. Every pack member has a role. When the hunt succeeds, the reward is shared by the entire pack. The next generation learns by watching before they ever join a hunt. The same is true for hyenas. Survival is taught from an early age. Most predators don't fight. Avoiding conflict saves far more energy. Every journey is a search for the next opportunity. The prey are watching too. One moment of distraction can be fatal. Their grazing keeps the landscape healthy and prevents plants from taking over. Predators shape the ecosystem without touching every animal. Even death creates new life. Almost nothing here goes to waste. Thousands of animals survive because this flood connects them all. As the water rises and falls, the entire ecosystem changes with it. Together, these connections create one of the richest ecosystems on Earth. But this paradise depends on one thing: the flood returning every year. The greatest threat isn't a predator, it's us. When that natural cycle is disrupted, the entire ecosystem begins to change. Fortunately, people are fighting to protect this extraordinary place every single day. And where conservation succeeds, wildlife quickly begins to recover. Life returns because the flood still returns. As long as these waters keep flowing, one of Earth's greatest wildlife stories will continue to be written. Which predator impressed you the most in this documentary? Lion, crocodile, leopard, or wild dog? Tell me why in the comments.